spiritual warfare going on, Aaron. It's no joke. This is real serious. As our brother messenger Daniel Davis said, it's deep. It is deeper than skimming the surface. As people before us, that came before us, I thank Ibryi for all the Kadeshim that came before me. Because if it wasn't for their dedication, I wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be here. They took all the hard knocks for me. So now I can come boldly like the lion of Yahuwah, who I am.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
the fiery Ruach.
Yes.
Trying to win nefesh is about saving souls. That's all it's about.
Hallelujah.
It's about us having this great life now and waking up into the resurrection, walking into this marvelous kingdom of Yahshua. Praise the mighty Yah. So, philosophy. I got philosophy out of Smith's Bible Dictionary. And it states that it is the object of the following article to give some account of the development of thought among the YAHH, which answers to the philosophy of the Weds, of the systematic progress of Greek philosophy, as forming a complete whole and of the contact of Christianity with philosophy. See, that's man influenced by the devil. And then there's theory. Got it out of Webster's second New Riverside Universal Dictionary. And it states that a theory is systematically organized knowledge acceptable in relatively wide variety of circumstances. A system of assumptions, accepted principles, rules of procedure devised to analyze, to predict, or otherwise explain the nature or behavior of a specific set of phenomenon. A phenomenon in man's mind. So, you know, that brings up what this lesson Yah brought to me. We heard what man thinks, but what did Yah say? God said, whose voice are you listening to? So this is what Yah thinks about philosophy. Philosophy. You know what you think about theory? Theory, a lie. Just lies made up with partial truth they don't understand. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Joel. We use the letter Y instead of the J because we know when this book was Marvel's book was written, it wasn't an alphabet that existed at that time. So we used what was used then. Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3. And let's read verse 17. Praise our Abba.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 17. So shall ye know that I am Yahweh your Elohim, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore.
Hallelujah. So shall you Yahweh that I am Yahweh your Elohim, dwelling in Zion, my Kadesh mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be Kadesh, and there shall no stranger pass through her anymore. See, he's up in his Zion right now, his Kadesh mountain, his holy, and then he's talking about the future of Zion to come. And no strangers will pass through no more, because they listen to the house of time, so they ain't gonna be there. See, he letting you know, I am the Elohim. Listen to me. Skip what Adam had said, their thoughts with their philosophy and theorizing everything, critiquing, protiquing, as I like to say, everything that he had. They want to go in there and be a scientist and accept it like we used to do in biology, those frogs and grasshoppers. They just want to dig this after down to get it to their own stinking thinking. Philosophize, no good. So, like I say, we heard what Adam thinks. Thinking his thoughts is nothing. Y'all say, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My thoughts, and his thoughts are way higher. But it's an honor and privilege for us to sit and become to know his high thoughts. We're listening to him. We listen to but what the Yah say. And we only repeating what he said, Genesis to Revelation. And that's it. Bring this true present, true already present, but we bring them back to this present age. Right? It's about saving souls, y'all. It's one or two places you're going to be. Ain't no in between, nothing. You're either going to be in the kingdom of Yeshua's. Yes, Arab, Roman Christian. No, we're not going up to Shemayim. We're the Shemayim, under Shemayim. Yeah, he said he grants his son a kingdom. And Yeshua tell you, my daddy going to give me a kingdom. That you would sit upon the thrones in my kingdom. He didn't say you're going up to my daddy's Malkuf and kicking with him. Daddy gonna come down and check on his children. He always wanted to dwell with us. But man, disobedience. Wanted to do what he wants to do. Still today. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms chapter 91. Psalms chapter 91. All praise belongs to Abba Yahweh. There are no other Elohim. He said, like you say, they crafted out things made out of stocks and suas. You know, made it. Gigantic statues all around the world. So-called, that portrait of a white Caucasian man standing up 15 feet tall. You look at it, you be scared of it. Because you know that's creepy. You know it's the devil. You're not afraid of it, but it gives you an eerie feeling. Ugh. You know? You know it's a house of time. Psalms 91. Let's read verses 1 to 3.
Psalms 91 and verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2. I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my Elohim. In Him will I trust.
Hallelujah.
Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Hallelujah. It said, we that dwell in the secret place of YAHH shall abide under the shadow of YAHH. I will remind of Yahweh. He is our refuge. He is our fortress. Our Elohim, in him will we by tact. Surely Yahweh shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, from the noisome pestilence. Any like as the wrong Anajah gave. No weapons formed against it shall prosper.
Hallelujah.
He will deliver. That's what he said, from the snare of the fowler. Anything that comes up against you.
Nothing.
Man, woman, child, and inspect the puppet of the devil. Nothing. He gonna deliver you from the Palestine, the noisome Palestine. That old noisome voice that's trying to get in your head telling you, Yahweh don't hear. This is what we're doing. We on the shadow of him. He's our fortress and refuge. He can't deliver. Look this and that. There's those little, obstacles in your way. That's just the trying of your enemy now. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to see how you're going to stand on his double razor he have taught you. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Like our Raw Makai would say, y'all ain't doing nothing but trying to get something to you, Arab. But if you don't receive it, you won't get it. And this is about Marvet and Kai, y'all. Kai, good Kai right now, and an eternal Kai, or an eternal damnation of Marvet.
Whatever you
He said, you choose this day.
Hallelujah.
I say, tomorrow is not promised tomorrow, but we have hope of seeing tomorrow. Because if we don't, we move. We go on to sleep, baby. And we know when we wake up, we're going to be in the Malkuf.
Hallelujah.
Like Brother Sorry said, he'd rather move than be with Yeshua now. They'll be here. But for the average sake, we got to keep this work moving, this image dark. We got work to do. Love
We do.
love helping this average see the truth. For those, they like Messenger Daniel David said, for those who believe it's for everybody, not pro-Israel, not just for Israel. It's for the whole Arab. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And to this country, United States, we like to apologize just because, you know, that awesome, that terrible tragedy that happened with an evil Israelite, our fellow brothers. That is not all of us.
No.
The devil is running to and fro, see who he can devour. See, they wasn't listening to our Yahweh. They let that other voice come in and convince them that, hey, our Yahweh is love and giving. That is what most of Hebrew Israel are. Those who know the walk of Yahshua are love and giving.
Hallelujah.
Forgive us all, our Yahweh, for sometimes we know not what we say or do it. In your great Shem, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 27. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 27, and it reads.
1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 27. Now ye are the body of Mashiach and members in particular.
This is us, y'all. This is us. This is the Kadeshim that's listening to our Yahweh. There's the body. Many members, we all sign different things. We fam. We may disagree at times, fall out, but we get back together in a half because we see the big picture. We like our Raw just, had to apologize to misquoting the scripture. He ain't got it. That's what it's about. Correction and reproof. Moving forward. Getting over it and keeping it a half. It's work to be done.
Yes.
Hallelujah, Yahweh. That's how you do it.
Yes. That's how you do it.
This is us.
Right.
Now ye are the YHWH Mashiach and members in particular. We all got a particular area where we had been called to do.
Yes.
Praise the mighty Yah. Go up to verse 23 in the chapter, read down to 26.
1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 23. And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor, and our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness.
Hallelujah. See, this is it. This is edification.
Right.
You ain't only supposed to love. We ain't, we only supposed to see what Yah sees, the greatness in everybody.
Yes.
No faults.
Yes.
We here to love on each other, to build each other up.
Right.
And those members of the YHWH which think to be less kabod, which think we are to build each other up, we are brothers keepers. And this way in the house of Yahweh.
Yeah.
Upon these we bestow more abundant kabod, and our uncommon parts have more abundant community. That's what our just did. He said, misquotes on the word, but more honor was bestowed upon him because
That's right.
he had kabod.
Yeah.
And the uncommon parts are more communist now. Now we calm and going forward with the work of our Yahweh. We ain't looking at, hey, these, stuck on stupid, that is the flesh and the devil wants you to do. My just focus on that one area. That's what the Bible is about. Reproof and correction.
Yeah.
Continue.
Verse 24. For our common parts have no need, but Elohim hath tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to that part which lacketh.
Yes. We all, like I say, we all come in here sick. This is the hospital.
Yeah.
This is where you get all that mess up from we've been taught throughout our lives.
Yeah.
The deception of house of time. But praise the mighty Yah. He brought us up from the marvelous dark. He brought us from the dark to the marvelous, or we are not deceived anymore. So we had to share this love of Yahweh to the heaven. We get it ministered to ourselves, then we know how to love. You don't nobody?
Yeah.
You know, the world called say they have loves and put in different categories. You don't know love.
No.
It's just lust.
It is.
You don't know love until you come to know Yahweh's love. Then you know how to love someone.
Yes, right.
Very
Holla Yahweh.
very
Consent.
Verse 25, that there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
That there should be no schism in the high Gibeah, but that the members should have the same care akkad for another. And that's what it is. It's love.
Yep.
If the congregation don't have pure love, Yah's love for each other, it's gonna be a mess.
Get out of here.
Like I brought, Saloma did something. You ain't gonna bring no turd and put it in our fruit punch. We gonna get the, like I say, let us sit down and reason that. That's why I say don't forsake the forsaking of the assembly. This is where you get your mind together for you can be a minister and a comforter to other peoples outside this temple.
Yeah.
This is the boot camp.
Right.
You know, you gotta do it in love and meekness, the fruit of the spirit. You know, you're up there being Yahweh. It must carry on in in and outside wherever you go. This is a lifestyle. This ain't playing church time out for that. Devil ain't playing. Y'all say it's time. Well, he say he coming back for a church spotless.
Hallelujah.
He always had a remnant. We are. It's an honor, privilege. It's a privilege, y'all,
Right.
to be a part of this remnant.
Yes.
Continue.
Verse 26, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it.
That's it. This is what it's supposed to be. And whether Akkad members suffer, all the members suffer with it. Or Akkad member be Kabod, all the members should with it. He compares the physical to the spirit. Like we are physical member body. The physical, if your toe hurt, that whole body is suffering. The whole body is suffering. You know, when it's all well and all, it's shemacking.
Yes.
And so everybody shemacking. He compares the physical to the spiritual. We are a spiritual body. And we are Akkad. We all in harmony with our Yahweh. Hallelujah. Yahweh. And so some brothers and sisters, if it's other temples, you know, Israel that know who they are, don't want to be in unity, skip them.
That's right.
Move forward. Ain't God ain't stagnant. You know, he said it's written. Martha as a brother, but you know, gather this much love. You still have love for them and you hope and pray for them.
Right.
You don't get stuck with them like the flesh world. That's love to keep putting up with mess.
No, it's not.
Y'all ain't got no time for that. You long suffering, we ain't temperate and long suffering. It's time to keep moving it forward. Praise our Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Let's go to Jonah chapter 2. Jonah chapter 2. Jonah chapter 2. And let's read verse 8. All hollers and praise to our Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Jonah chapter 2 and verse 8. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy.
They that observe lying vanity forsake their own high seat. This because you're not listening to our Yahweh. You forsake, you bring all the mess upon yourself. You ain't got to go through it. You just, you must stay humble. Yeah, I don't care how you've been in here 100 years. You must stay Zakar to our Yahweh. This is practice for the eternity.
Yeah.
We his band for life. So if you not humble, how you gonna hear our Yahweh? You listening to that? As Yahshua said, you listening to your daddy the devil. It's only two people, two voices in this era to listen to. Our Yahweh or your daddy the devil. Because if you ain't listening to our Yahweh, obedience to this book, you're not his child. You can be deceived like the master of deception have you deceived. You deceived because y'all let you over to him. He can't break his Torah. Yes, Roman Christian has a Torah. It's in And the Kadosh Barif is in there, the New Testament is in there. But you all either don't understand it, or you just refuse and choose to ignore it. That's one of the two. Ain't nothing else. Hey, y'all say you have not asked. Stop listening to that man and woman on the pulpit giving you what to do. This is what he's saying. They that observe lying, vanity, forsake their own high seed. You listen to them, you forsaking your own mercy. But he has mercy on because he wished that none should perish. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go John Yachanan. John Yachanan chapter 8. John chapter 8. He wants us to get it, y'all. Before you get it, I'm sorry, you know, like I said, Revelation 9, y'all talked to me about the millennium, the dry bones. There's a brother, he had done a lesson. You know, thankfully it wasn't recorded. And he's thinking that we're going to Yahweh the dead in that time. And it was quickly, and then I had already talked to our Shalom about it. She had told me about it, but I wasn't getting it. And then I gave him a script on the dry bone, but not fully wasn't fully to let me really understand. I know the dry bone is dead, you know, the dead Arabs, you know, they gonna live. You can get them. And then it out there millennium, because after that, after all the, you know, Armageddon and all that, it's gonna be judgment. Ain't gonna be nowhere to teach nobody. They're gonna get up and go get judged. Praise the mighty Yah for his revelation knowledge. Because we listening to him, we are humble.
Yes.
It's other temples, we be speaking the same thing, but some things they be off. Why? Because they won't humble to Yahweh, and they're afraid to say that they are Yisrael. So he ain't gonna give it to you all. Can't be afraid. He ain't give it the spirit of fear. That's the devil. Listen to the devil. Then it's about the whole book. As I brought my guy, the Torah is the whole book. It's throughout the whole book. It's Torah. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Let's go to John chapter 8. John chapter 8, let's read verse 12.
John chapter 8 and verse 12. Then spake Yahshua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Then Amar Yahshua again unto them, Amar, I am the high oil of the high Arab. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but have the high oil of Cat. That's what we are. He gave it to us, and we giving it to other people. You know, we don't walk in darkness no more. You know, you're not a zakah of him. He said, because if you walk in darkness, who you listen to your daddy the devil. That's who the darkness, he the dark. Y'all ain't trying to keep nothing from the devil. His biggest deception is to have the Arabs thinking he don't exist. That's his biggest deception. And people going along with it, being deceived because they are deceived. They won't humble down and they let some Adam and Iyshshah tell them, this is done with, this done with. He said, study yourself to me.
Yes.
He didn't say, let them go study and they tell you about me.
That's right.
Yes.
You get scriptures from them, as you get scriptures, you write them down, then you go home to the crib, make time, whatever. And then you go in there, into your private closet, you and Yah. And let the root, if you've been submerged, you have the ruach, his power source. It's going to lead the guy into all truths. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Romans chapter 10. Romans chapter 10. Yeah, I ain't trying to hide nothing from him. He got it all out. The light is shined on him. Because anything done in the dark, you know, even before we even knew Yah. When you done something in the dark, eventually it came back and showed you. Because why? The devil gonna make you look like a fool. And Yah gonna show you up your foolishness.
Yes, he will.
Yes, you can't even the devil gonna turn you over to the light. You do something, he gonna put you there to the light where people see.
Yes, yes.
He ain't gonna put you into the light, Yahshua, but he wants you to look like a fool.
Yes.
Because he's the biggest fool.
Yes.
You follow him, that makes you a fool. Romans chapter 10. So stop being a fool, y'all. Fool is doing foolish things. Like a zakah. It is written. Said when I was a zakah, I thought as a zakah. But when I became a Yah man, that's the only way you got. And you heard when mankind, one man, woman, and child, we are Yah man. We thought as Yahshua thought.
Hallelujah.
Holla Yahweh. Put aside the childish things. But we came into perfection. Perfection is maturity of these daughter wings. That's it. That's the perfection. The Ruach is perfect. Holla Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Romans chapter 10, verse 3.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 3. For they, being ignorant of Elohim's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Elohim.
This is it. You know, them the two voices you listen to too. You know, we heard what man thinks, but what did y'all say? Check it out. For them being ignorant of Yahweh's Sadakah, and going about to amend their own Sadakah, have not submitted. See, that's a not. You ain't submitted. You ain't humbled down. Submitted themselves to the Sadakah of Elohim. You won't humble down, you won't submit. You listening to that other voice. The devil's and man's voice. That's what he said. We heard what Adam said. Thinks. Who cares what he thinks? His thoughts ain't on Yah's thoughts. It's not. And Brother Sorry said he called it all dumb, all stinky stank.
Right.
But what did Yah say? That's what we going on.
Right. This
book is here. You know, hey, you know, people, you hear them out and all that say, brother, sister, you know, I thank you for that. Like that Ross would say, they mean well, you know. And you say, I thank you, I hear you. But what did my daddy say? Let me tell you what my daddy said.
Right.
This is what I know to be true. Holla Yahweh. Philemon. Let's go to Philemon. Philemon chapter 1. Philemon, brother Philemon, want to talk to us. Philemon chapter 1. And let's read verse 8. This is what we become from the water baptism to the fiery baptism. Philemon chapter 1, 8, verse 8 reads.
Philemon chapter 1 verse 8. Wherefore, though I might be much bold in Mashiach to enjoy that which is convenient.
Yes, see, wherefore, though I might be much bold in Mashiach, in enjoying that which is convenient. The convenient time is now, Aaron, that we are bold to bring you the true Dabbarim. It is now. It's about saving souls, y'all, nephews. That's it. Are you in this army? We are. Once we went into that water, we enlisted into y'all's army. We was a soldier in training. You know, now we come to the temple, the boot camp. Get all that wimpy wimp out of you. You know, to be strong. You know, but we gentle as a lamb, sharp as a serpent. If you take us there. You know, we supposed to bring meekness into the Dabbarim, for that's the fruit of the Spirit, the love. But we not bring when the bold lion of Yehuda come out when needed. When y'all say, roar! Yeah. We roar on these Dabbarims around this area. Holla Yahweh. Deuteronomy chapter 6. Deuteronomy chapter 6. Like I say, all lessons from Israel, we speaking the same thing. You know, you can go to any temple. And they stay within this book. We in unity. We on point. We are God. They giving off the scriptures. We speaking the same thing. And he said, let this mind be in you. We admire all temples Y'all ain't make no clones. We respect the way the leadership has it set up. It's a lovely thing. They are working. They bring forth some truths. He said, embrace our differences. Love on one another. Have long suffering with each other. Learn from each other. And have patience. Hallelujah. Deuteronomy chapter 6. Let's read verses 3 to 4.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 3. Hear therefore, O Yisrael, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as Yahweh Elohim of thy fathers has promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Verse 4. Hear, O Yisrael, Yahweh our Elohim is one Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Shema therefore, O Earth, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, that you may increase mightily in the darbarines of our Yahweh, as Yahweh Elohim have promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. No matter where we are, there's milk is flowing. That's why our daddy is our provider. He's our source.
Yeah.
That's why. No matter where we are, where you at, you can start off lowly, Shana, but you come up high. Because he's going to bring you up, and these darbarines going to change you.
Yes, it will.
This Arab is head.
Yes,
There's that ugly, disrespectful Elohim up this Arab, yes, Hasatan. But our rules over him. We rule over him.
Yeah.
Yeshua came back and gave us that kabod power, the Ruach.
Yes, it did.
He ain't got nothing on us.
Nothing.
All that weak Roman Christian doctrine got the world just wimpy. Because they up their daddy the devil. That's his stuff. Part Yah's truth, most of the devil, paganism, Christ man, Esther, all that.
Yeah.
Following after the beast. He said, hear, O Arab, and observe and do his darbaring. Shema, O Arab, Yahweh, our Elohim is Akkad. Yahweh. When you become his child. Like you become obedient to his words, you his child. Everyone must become spiritual years right A. That's it. The physical ain't getting you nowhere. You see where we at, all scattered around the air, and it's still brothers. They think that they can't. They done made it to kid from head start to kindergarten, knowing who they nationality. They think that's going to carry them into the kingdom. No. That's just your beginning of your great awakening.
Come on now, come on.
There's work to be done.
Speak truth.
Continue your work.
Speak truth.
This kind and eternity.
Yeah.
But we have to do it while we're Neshama in our Gibeah. Now is the time when you hear Yahshua. He's knocking at the door of your mind every second, every minute, every hour, all day. He's accepting application day and night.
Hallelujah. Thank you,
Yes,
God.
His employment
Thank you, Father, for your patience.
agency is always
Always
open.
open.
Hallelujah.
And the benefits are eternal.
Yes,
Hallelujah.
yes, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thank you, God.
Yahshua, Isaiah chapter 9. Isaiah chapter 9. Yahshua, Isaiah chapter 9. Yahshua, Isaiah chapter 9. Isaiah chapter 9. And let's read verse 2. All praises and honor, kabod to our Abba Yahweh, from his great Shem Yeshua. Amen.
Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 2. The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light.
Hallelujah.
They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them had the light shined.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, God.
This is like the dry bones, yeah.
Hallelujah.
The I am that walk in darkness. We once did.
Yes.
You ain't following y'all using dark. I don't care, like some people throughout the year.
Hallelujah.
Oh, I'm good, I take care of my family. Yeshua said, you're good, ain't no. He said, there's none good.
Right, come on now.
He said, there's none good but the Abba. And some brothers run with that. See, he said, there's no good. He came in the flesh. He know the stinking flesh ain't no good. It ain't. This flesh ain't no good. It's just like the devil. It's no good. That's why you got to beat it down. It ain't no good. But in the spirit, man, we are good. Because the Ruach is good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The I am that walk in darkness have seen a great order. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of my back. You was dead. You was dead before you were walking in the shadow of my back. You was dead.
Yes, boy.
Stinking thinking.
You was dead. Upon them, they was that are receiving acceptance. Upon them have the high or shine. So let y'all say, Yahshua said, you're not going to light a candle, and put it on the bush, under somewhere on it.
Right.
So let our light shine that he has given us through this era, this dark era. What an honor, what a privilege to our Yahweh.
Thank
Amen.
you, Father.
Wonderful life. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Let's go 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. Yes, what a wonderful life.
Yeah. This is
The best. The best life you can have. You see life is good. You ain't know, even though it's good because y'all made it good. But those that don't know, it's extra good when you know Yahweh.
It is.
He got all you got to do is stand on these true image of bar. He got all. He said, I fulfill all your needs. He fulfilled all our needs. And all means all, and that's what all means.
Yeah.
All. He said, cast all your cares there. All. Like Roman God, casting that at the altar, don't go back and get them.
Amen.
You've been trying to deal and get out of your own mess. All practically some that ain't woke up all your life. There's some people 85 still going through mess. The wilderness of their mind, then the wilderness out there in the air, the house of time slamming them even more. Ain't no peace, no shalom. But like I say, we have joy and shalom that's just puzzle all understanding. Because it comes from Shemaiah.
Yeah.
Comes down on us. Hallelujah. 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians.
Yes.
2 Corinthians. And let's read verse 11. Hallelujah. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11.
2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
And this is it. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his device. This Ruach HaKodesh, that's what it is. No more. Ruach HaKodesh, we know the wiles of the devil, the ways of man. So you shouldn't, you give no place to this stinking flesh.
No.
The devil got nothing coming. Check this flesh, for you can have Yah's best.
Yeah.
That's why he said throughout the book, examine yourself.
Yeah.
Skip what other people talking about.
Right.
What they talking about has no effect on you unless you let it in.
Amen.
That's anything in there. You got to let it in. Either you receive the good or you receive the raw. You have a choice. Again, you free will. Hey, some people talking about we don't have free will. That's you. You want it. You don't want it. That's on you. I know what my daddy said. Heard what man think, but we know what our daddy said.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a son and Beth right now. That's on you. How you gonna become that when you're dead? Because he said the dead knows no more.
It's all over.
So he said he knows knows no more.
Come on.
All your work for under the sun is done. You see, when you wake up, you're gonna come up into judgment. That's it. When you're gonna go to sleep, and you're gonna wake up. So that's you. I'm so glad to know who I am, who I belong to. Hallelujah. That's why we stand in whatever comes our way. That's why we are the comforter. It, the Ruach HaKodesh. Roman Christian doctrine is not muscle, it's not a he. Ain't no Trinity. Whereas it is written, as our broad slum done that, where it came, the comforter Ruach HaKodesh came to talk of itself. is always giving glory to our Yahweh and the Son.
Amen.
That's the power source to us standing against the wiles of the devil. Praise the mighty Yah.
Hallelujah.
He's worthy.
Let's go to Philippians. Worthy all the time to be praised, no matter what circumstance in your way. He gonna walk. That's what it is. We pass it through. We pilgrim this life. We're pilgrim walking through this land, this country we're in. We had confessed we are pilgrim, and that's what He's gonna see you through any circumstance that come your way. And the enemy gonna try and throw those obstacles. He want to try. Are you gonna think like He said? Have you tried my faithful Job? You know, and He said you can do anything to him, but you can't kill him. And that's what He can't. He can't kill us. We have a job to do. So don't be afraid of no man on this planet. Yeshua said, fear. We say reverence the one that has the power over your nefesh, your soul. He said, don't worry what man can only. All what they can do is only kill the body. But you know you be the king.
Right.
Hallelujah. He said, what honor is there for a man to lay down his life? He laid it down. We laid it down every day when we bring these two offering. We laying down our life. We die daily to get these double offerings in us from our Yahweh Yeshua. We die daily. None of us no more. We've been bought with a price. So we are servants. And it's a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Philippians chapter 1. Philippians chapter 1. Philippians chapter 1, let's read verse 6. This is what we about.
Philippians chapter 1 and verse 6. Being confident of this very thing, that He which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yeshua Mashiach.
Hallelujah. Being confident of this very thing, that Yahweh, which began a total work in you, will perform it until the high Yowm of our big your brother Yeshua HaMashiach return.
Right.
That's it. We got work to do.
Yeah.
Like the Roman Christian, you don't have to work for your Yeshua, but as our Roman guy would say, we're not working for our Yeshua.
Right.
There's work to be done.
Right.
You do nothing, gets nothing.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Yahweh. Let's go to Yahweh James. Yahweh James. James chapter 3. Yahweh James chapter 3. James chapter 3. Let's read verse 17.
James chapter 3 and verse 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy.
Yes, see, this is what you got at. But the higher covenant that is from above, that's where it comes from. Everything comes from above. Everything told is from above.
Yeah.
But the higher covenant that is from above is first pure. Yah is pure.
Yeah.
Like you say, that you see that pure gold. You know, and the white gold, like you see, you gave the scripture of Shemaim, the kingdom come. Pure gold is going to be looking like glass sidewalks. Wow. It's pure, and His love is pure. Then shalom, gentle, and easy to be entreated. Full of high seed. We have high seed because the high seed was given us from our Abba Yahweh. We are made in His image. Yeah. It was given to us, you have it for someone else.
Yes.
And told fruits. The fruits, people, you ain't got to say, hey, I'm this, I'm a believer this, or I'm this, that, you like that. They should know you by your fruits.
Yeah.
Right.
Your walk and talk.
That's right.
We talk this talk and walk this walk. That's what it's about. Show and tell. That's the game Yah have us play when He want to say He loves us.
Yeah. Come on now.
Good fruits without partiality. He's no respecter of person.
Amen.
We ain't done without partiality. We ain't looking at what fault you have.
Amen.
It's pure love.
Right.
We see the greatness in you made in God's image. It's greatness and all that just have to be brought up. as our Rosh Hashanah said, sometimes you got to just push people.
Yes.
We all need to push at times.
Yes, we do.
Because the flesh man is there, and it can get stuck on stupid very quick.
Yeah.
You be thinking out, you know, spiritually one thing, then he gonna think, next second you think it's perversion. The devil. It's a battle, it's a warfare, it's a battle of the mind. That's where it's at. Everything starts in the mind.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Without partiality and without hypocrisy. We ain't criticizing you.
No.
We just, all we do is bring these doctrine to convict you. Provoke you to righteousness. He said provoke them to anger to righteousness, his righteousness. Not to go and run out, get mad, and you go out there that the flesh and the devil just, oh, forget them and all that. No, it's to convict you. Stop being a temple hopper. You'll never get it. Holla Yahweh. Let's go to Luke. Luke. Let's go to Luke. Let's see what Brother Luke, what Yahweh had Brother Luke said has recorded. It's recorded for our ammunition, so we can know what it is. Y'all don't put you out there and don't give you nothing to go on. He got his whole book. He had you the do's and don'ts, how to stand. Luke chapter 21, and let's read verse 15.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay or resist.
They can't. Like I say, like when I robbed the car, I remember I first got a computer years ago, I said, this is going to be my ministry. I didn't know what I was saying, but I know it now, you know, I know it's not mine. Yah uses me. And it's a wonderful that he say, for I will give you a mouth and coatment, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. I can write something on there, they come with the goofiest and silly and worship than a child. Because why? They can't gainsay, nor they can't resist the truth. It's truth. It's going around the air. Here at Yahshua's temple, we bless with the blessings media can TV, then bless with the media YouTube, and other temples around the earth. It's going out. It's hushing all gainsay. And they can't resist the truth. I had them looking like a fool. I said, yeah, with them silly hands they got back. Like y'all say, I laugh at your calamity, meaning your trouble. You know, I laugh at their goofiness. You know, they can't gainsay, and they can't resist the truth. All honor to our Yahweh doing His work. Wherever media, now we're in a media age that all outlets we say reach it by all means. That's what we're doing. Man, woman, and child, we are doing His work. We are reaching them. Holla Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Revelation. Revelation chapter 8. Revelation chapter 8. Let's see what our brother John the Regulator has got from the Ruach. Revelation chapter 8. Revelation chapter 8. Let's read verses 3 to 4.
Revelations chapter 8, verse 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. Verse 4. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before Elohim out of the angel's hand.
Hallelujah. We are good incense to our Yahweh doing His will. Our tifilahs go up. You know, and our brothers and sisters before, they tifilahs, that's where they are. They in there. They in there. See, and another came and stood at the altar having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the tifilahs of all the kadashim upon the golden altar which were before them. Those are our brothers and sisters that was before us. This is their good things that they have done.
Yeah.
And he given it sweet savor. Like Shalom did a lesson on the sweet savor, the incense. We are his sweet savors. Not so he's whipping and saying, oh, my children, they love me. They are doing my work in the era today, now time. And the smoke of the incense which came with the Tiflah, the Hakadosh, and the sinning up before Elohim out the hot Melech King's hand. That's what it is. He hears it. And that's why people, they know it's Sakha, Baba Yahweh. When they want to pray to get through, who they calling? The brothers and sisters? Getting with them. Because they know. He said, it Tiflah of a big man, availeth much. And it does. Praise my Yah. What an honor.
Hallelujah.
Yirmiyah, Jeremiah chapter 31. Yirmiyah, Jeremiah chapter 31. Yirmiyah, Jeremiah chapter 31. Yirmiyah, Jeremiah. Brother Jeremiah. Talk to the earth. And Abba Yahweh had you to say. Jeremiah chapter 31, and let's read verse 19.
Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 19. Surely after that I was turned, I repented, and after that I was instructed. I smote upon my thigh. I was ashamed, yea, even confounded, because I did bear the reproach of my youth.
Hallelujah. Surely after that I was turned. I repented. That's all he wants you to do. Repent. Come back to him. And after that I was Musa. I smote upon my thigh. I was ashamed. That's what Yeshua told people. Repent. Go do that. Be ashamed. Ashamed. You know, we look back at our people, at our past. You're supposed to be ashamed that he brought you up. Why? So you don't go do it again.
That's right.
Yea, even confounded. Because I bear the reproach of my youth. You know, as we just, our youth, no matter what age, youth, we bathe to Yahweh. I don't like the word, we aging in time. We just age, because our age ain't nothing baby slipped at Yah's time. We bathe, we youth, we are young. Now we are, and then, you know, and then I would talk to Yahshua, like she had mentioned some. She had a memory about her aunt when they were little in the station wagon, because we saw a station wagon coming to the temple. I always liked the station wagon. It was good to see one. But anyway, so as most people say, those was the good old times. I told the Ruach, said, no, those people that ain't hooked up with YAHH, because these are the good times, and the fruit of the cup is the best. These are the good times. That's when you ain't hooked up with YAHH, you're looking back. And what did our big old brother Yeshua say? Those that are looking back are not worthy of the kingdom.
All right.
We know our expectation. He's supposed to, the memories that's supposed to look back to get edification. Don't let that flesh and the devil tell you thinking those were better times than today. You can't today, ain't no better day than today to be alive. Building memories, but real good memories now that you hooked up with YAHH to pass on to the next generation. Hey, 10 years ago, YAHH did this for, like Yahweh Yeshua's temple. People had, why is it still standing? You know, the Raw Makai and Raw Shalom, like they had said, they gave a confession out of YAHH. They didn't care if it was just them two here. Those doors gonna be open. People come into the hospital to get well. And why is still standing? They're standing on his true image, the bar of the ring. Not caring what nobody. We going and dealing with people and learning and get stronger. That's what it's about.
Hallelujah.
All praise to our Abba Yahweh.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue to a promise he had gave us to do, multiply until our big old brother Yeshua comes. We building up. We are warriors and future warriors coming before us. We just were the first generation to come after our Raw Makai. Hallelujah, Yahweh. What an honor. Amen. Galatians chapter 4. Galatians. Galatians chapter 4. Galatians chapter 4. And let's pick it up at verses 4 to 5.
Galatians chapter 4 and verse 4. But when the fullness of the time was come, Elohim sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law.
Hallelujah. But when the fullness of the high age was come, Yahweh sent forth his band, and made of a Iyshshah, made under the Torah. He had to come as in the flesh. You know,
right.
He had to come in the flesh. Hey, don't be worshiping Mother Mary, y'all. She just was a blessed vessel that was used to bring the Elohim of the universe, that Bara the universe in. That's you. See, that's all you listening, ain't listening to Yah. She gave homage to Yah and said, so be it to me, Abba Yah. She didn't question. So be it into her. That's what we say. So be it into us, Abba Yah. Yah say, that's a 10-foot hurdle there. And you say, how high should jump now? You say 12 feet. You say, we do this. It can be done. Continue.
Verse 5. To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons.
Hallelujah. To part of them that were under our Torah, that we might receive the adoption of bonds. Now, you don't want to be adopted again. We have been grafted and adopted in. We've been back there to be born again, adopted in new bond. He readopted us.
Hallelujah.
You know,
Thank
and
you,
this
God.
is it's now for eternity. And there it is. You heard what man think. What did y'all say? He said, you are bound now. Praise the mighty God.